Hey there, everybody. Hope everybody's well. This is CP Cars and Dice playing outdoors. It's raining here today at the Kingdome in Seattle. Despite the roof being closed, the rain's still seeping through, and we're playing in the rain, as you can hear in the background. Now, I'm outdoors, so I can't really control the lighting, but for some reason, my camera isn't adjusting properly to... You see, when I do that, you can see the numbers a little bit better. But then when I move my hand away, now I don't really know what to do to. Maybe if I slide down just a little bit, that will help away from the light. I'm not going to be able to do that, so I don't know that we're going to be able to see the cards, unfortunately. But we do see what's going on the screen. I'm using iScore. We are in the top of the fourth inning. The Yankees are at Seattle. The series is tied at 1. I am using the 1995 set of APBA. You know, APBA was kind of restructuring their company from the early 90s to the mid 90s to the late 90s. It went through some changes, some sales, some ownership changes, and so on and so forth. And they tried to, their sales dropped. It was a company that was very successful for a very long time, and they tried to figure out, okay, you know, how do we tap into this new market, obviously, that's not buying our product the way it once did. So they tried all these things. One of the things they did was went away from the blue back, and they created this thing here. And this is a horrible, it says Major League Baseball players. It's got official licensing, 1993. So there was a licensing issue as well during this time, which made it kind of crazy. And I know on the radio broadcast, on the video, the PC version, they couldn't say the names of a lot of players, and they could only say their initials. It was, I don't know what was going on during this 90s period. It's a weird time in baseball. And I think it had to do with the 1994 strike, perhaps. I need to learn more about it. I probably will eventually. But anyway, so they tried a lot of different things. They reconfigured the game book. Traditionally, there were big boards like that look like this. These are on paper, but the boards look like this, but on a big piece of cardboard. You see? And they went away from that. They created a little book, a book that looks more like this book, even though it's not exactly this one. But there was another little book that they created, you see, spiral-bound book with the rules. And they sold it that way. Then they went to a little box, from a larger box to a smaller box. So there's a lot of changes. Anyway, I'm using those cards. The system is, the algorithm is the same to calculate. The cards look identical on the front side. It's just on the back side, they're pretty horrible. All right, so we got Ruben Sierra coming up. We're in the top of the fourth. It's 2-0 Yankees. It's Scott Kamenicki for the Yankees against Chris Bosio for the Mariners. Ruben Sierra is 1 for 1. He's singled. Let's roll and see what happens. Let me see if I can get the... well, you still can't... And eventually my camera's going to fog up as well. That's another thing that's going to happen here. So let's do this. There we go. Now you'll be able to see the dice roll. That's going to be 15 on Sierra. And that's going to be a line drive base hit to left center field. So Sierra's 2 for 2, and he's on at first. Ruben Sierra from Puerto Rico. He's from Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico. All right, Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly is a good guy to hit and run with. Actually, well, he's okay to hit and run with. Not great, but he's okay to hit and run with. And Ruben Sierra is not going to be stealing a base. So if Mattingly swings and misses, we're cooked. But Mattingly only has 1 strikeout number on his whole card, 2 strikeout numbers. So let's see what happens. Let's try it. Let's try hit and run here with Don Mattingly. And that's a 61. That's a 24. It's going to be a ground ball to short. They keep out of the double play with Sierra on the move. Now we'll just check that on these new boards. I got some new boards, and some things change a little bit. They're nice. A cool guy named CT sent them to me. I want to thank him if he ever watches this. I bet he will, but Looking for the hit and run chart, run chart. Hit and run around first. There's a 24. 24 is going to, yep, ground out. Runner advances. Here's Deion James. Deion James is 1-for-1 with a single. Yankees have 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors, while the Mariners have no runs, no hits, and no errors. Here's a pitch. And I'm using the yellow dice shaker in case you're from the yellow dice police. Hey, RJ Hill is in the house. 24, Deion James. I remember him with the Atlanta Braves, left-handed hitter. And the 24 is going to be a fly ball center field. On the run is Ken Griffey in the gap, and Griffey Jr. makes a spectacular grab. And that is 2 outs. So Paul had, at first you didn't think anybody would get to. Ken Griffey Jr. ran it down. That's why he's a top quality center fielder. He's rated a 3 in APBA. APBA has basically 3 ratings, a 1, a 2, and a 3. APBA is a game that's very easily modified. I got some new boards here. It's got to add a lot of little different modifications, which is really cool. Guys sent them to me. I'm going to laminate them, make them double-sided and laminate them. Put them on thicker card. All right, Bob Stanley, he's a catcher. He's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's 0-for-1. He grounded out. Here's a pitch, and that's a 21, and that's strike 3. So the Yanks strand 1, and we move to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Joey Cora, the Rooster. He is from Caguas, Puerto Rico. Pitch from Kamenicki, and that's extra bases. He strokes one. A 24, that's going to one hop off the wall, played by Bernie Williams. Big turn around second by Cora, but no, he decides to go back to second. So that's a leadoff double by Cora here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a 26 to Ken Griffey Jr. is a 29 with a run on second. A 29. That's usually a 3-1, and it is. So your little ground ball to Mattingly, and this is going to allow, flips it to the pitcher, and this allows Cora to move to third. So they're going to let a run score here. Edgar Martinez. And that's a fly ball to left field. And our left fielder is Deion James. And that's going to be a sac fly. Joey comes home easily. No throw. That's 2 down, and it's 2-1. Yankees. So Edgar Martinez gets credit for an RBI and a sacrifice fly. Good for his stats, and it's Jay Buhner. J.D. Buhner from Louisville, Kentucky, the home of the baseball bat. And he's got some kind of power. He must have hit at least 40 home runs or close to it. He's got a 1 at 11, a 1 at 66, and he's got a 1, the way we say it in APBA is 1156. That's what he's got. It's the 66, the 11, the 33, and then the 22, and then if you have another number, it would be a 44. Again, we're going to get a little fog because of the rain, because of the humidity outside. So I think it's just a cool experience, and that's based on balls. Ball 4, Kamenicki loses him. Not happy with that umpire call. Thought it was a strike, and so did Stanley. Stanley takes his time, throwing the ball back to Kamenicki. And the runner is on first base. Now, he is a regular average speed runner. You got 3 run ratings in APBA Basic. Mike Blowers is next. Mike Blowers, another one with decent power. He's got a 1 at 66. Here's a pitch. And that's a strikeout. Swings and misses at a fastball. Flowers trying to give the Mariners a lead with 1 swing of the bat, and that retires the side. And now it's Tony Fernandez Cabeza from San Pedro, Dominican Republic. You know, the APBA cards are cool because they give the players personality. They give you their nickname, their whole. They write out their whole name. They tell you where they're from, the city. They tell you their height, their weight. All those, they just kind of try to bring. That's the one thing that separates APBA from everybody else. The fact that they try to kind of bring the players to life by doing that. All right, it's a 31, and it's ball 4. Somebody in my neighborhood's doing some wood chopping. Maybe my neighbor. He's always chopping something. It is raining out here. All right, so Fernandez is on. Velarde. He's going to bunt. He's going to squirt a bunt. That's unusual, but I'm going to squirt a bunt. That's a 12 on a bunt. Let's see what that's going to become. A 12 on a bunt. Runner on first, and that's a fielder's choice. A little number in front of the catcher. Wilson pounces on it, fires the second, and out there, throw to first, not in time. Velarde beats it out. Velarde tried to give himself up, but was not successful. So it goes down as a fielder's choice. 2-6. Out of second out, force out. Now, the great thing about this, it keeps all your stats for you. So if you're playing individual games, you can have a little bit of the stats and so on. I'm playing the series, and it gives you a box score. It does all that for you. And it's free, easy to use. Brings it to life, gives you the field. So we are in the top of the 5th inning. It's Wade Boggs from Omaha, Nebraska. Probably one of the top hitters of the 80s. If not the top hitter of the 80s, besides Tony Gwynn. I guess it was Boggs in the American League and Tony Gwynn in the National League. 32, and that is a ground ball to Joey Cora at second base. That's going to be easy out. 4-3, and that's going to be, no, it's out number 2. Bernie Williams. Williams is 1 for 2. He's grounded out single. And that's a fly ball in the gap. Vince Coleman chasing it, and he runs it down for the out. That retires the side. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-1 Yankees. It's Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez has been really raking in this replay. He got a couple of homers and got a double. And that's line base hit. Martinez continues to smash the ball. Dan Wilson now. Dan Wilson's going to square. 51, that's going to be a good bunt. We're playing for a run in today's game. Runs are tough to come by. And that's going to third baseman picks it up. Wade Boggs goes to the second baseman covering first. And runner advances. So good job by Wilson. And here's Luis Sojo. And that's trouble. That's going to be a long drive. And that's caught by Randy Velarde. Timed it perfectly. That looked like it was going to get to the outfield for a hit, but Randy Velarde came out of nowhere and made a spectacular grab. And now it's Vince Coleman. Pickles, Jacksonville, Florida. Vince Coleman from the St. Louis Cards. You can't see anything here because my camera's fogging up. I don't know if I breathe. I have maybe a little rag, but I don't know let's see. Let's see what I got in my pocket. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can use this here. Hold on. Wipe it down. No, it didn't work. Maybe it's on the inside. I don't know. It is raining here. It's been raining all morning. Southwest Texas. Here's the pitch. There are 2 outs. Tino Martinez at second base. Santino's not a fast runner. He's actually a slow runner. So he may get held up. We'll see what happens. That's a 25. That's going to be a line shot. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. And runner on third. Any out runner scores. Yes, he does. They wave him around, and he comes in to score. And an RBI single to tie up the game. Vince Coleman comes up big for the Mariners. The series is tied at 1 apiece. Yanks won the first one, and the Mariners won the second one. Yankees were able to be. Actually, this is, I think, the fourth game. I just realized. Hold on a second. This may be the fourth game. It is the fourth game. The Yankees are up 2-1. They beat Johnson in the third game. This is the fourth game. So the Yankees could eliminate the I just play so many games, they all kind of melt into it. But then I started thinking, I said, wait a second, we beat Johnson. Johnson is the third game starter. All right, so Joey Cora now, and Vince Coleman is always a threat to steal. Kamenicki throws over a couple of times, but Coleman's taking a big lead. He's got no respect for Kamenicki's pickoff move at all. And here's the pitch, and there goes Coleman, and throw down from Stanley, and he is safe at second base. So Vince Coleman almost taunted Kamenicki and just stole the base easily. There was no chance for that throw from Bob Stanley. And that was a ball, by the way. 1-0 the count on Joey Cora. There's a pitch, and that is a fly ball, center field. On the run is Bernie Williams. Will he get there? And he does. And Vince Coleman may tag up on that. We got to see. No, he's going to hold up. And that's to retire the side. Holy smokes. All right, it is Paul O'Neill. We're going to see Paul O'Neill, Ruben Sierra, and Don Mattingly here at the top of the sixth. O'Neill bats from the left side. His nickname is Jethro. Here's a pitch from Bosio. And that's a 53. That's going to be a random error. I'm going to roll to see who the error is going to be on. This game has a little randomizer. 51, 19. That's going to be a ground ball with a 5 to the third baseman, who Flowers is a 4. So that's a 19, and that is going to be, wait a second, what is a 19? Okay, 19 against Flowers. It's a 5. It's going to be a ball that he gets to. Fires the first, low throw, scooped out by Martinez for out number 1. All right, so 1 away here. Ruben Sierra, who's 2 for 2. Here's a pitch from Bosio. Chris Bosio on the mound, still in there, 25. That's going to be a ground ball, hit hard, third base. Flowers, nice play, scoops it, fires the first, and in time. 2 nice plays by Mike Flowers from Germany. I think he was probably an Army guy, Air Force kid. And here's Don Mattingly, the hit man, Donnie Baseball. And this is his last season. That's a fly ball center field. That's a drive. Ken Griffey is there, makes the catch, and that retires the side. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see how we're doing here. We are in the bottom of the sixth. Ken Griffey Jr. is due up. Scott Kamenicki still on the mound for the Yankees. The Yankees, as relievers, have been using Mo's been around. Mo Rivera, he played in '95. This is '95, and we're using Wetland and Howe and Bob Whitman. Ken Griffey. All right, 61, and that is a 40, and a 40 is going to be a little ground ball and through in the center field. That's one of the changes that these boards make. It makes 40 a single, which I kind of like. So Griffey's on at first, and here comes Edgar Martinez. It's a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the sixth. There is some movement in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the pitch to Martinez, and that's a 12. A 12 is going to be a 12 with a 5. As a result, is going to be, hold on, what is that? Say, okay, 5, use F1, and that's going to be a little ground ball third base. Charging it is Boggs, goes to second for 1, back to first, double play, big turn by the Yankees, 5-4-3, double play. And that's 2 outs. So Edgar Martinez. Now it's Jay Buhn. 2-2 in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the pitch, and that is a fly ball. Left field. James, can of corn under it. Squeeze it for the out, and that retires. So we go to the 7th inning. We're in the 7th inning now. It's a 2-2 ball game. Crowd is waking up finally. Took a while. Let's see. There we go. Let's get the crowd going here. All right, nice crowd, energetic crowd here at the Kingdome in Seattle. It's Deion James versus Chris Bosio. Bosio's still in the game, pitching a heck of both pitchers are pitching a heck of a ball game, and this is a fly ball. Ken Griffey Jr. went away. Next is Stanley, Bob Stanley, who is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Here's the pitch from Bosio, and that's a strikeout. Swings and misses at a curveball. And Tony Fernandez with 2 outs. And that is that's ball 4. Fernandez manages a walk, shows patience, and makes it to first. And Randy Velarde from Midland, Texas. With Fernandez on at first, here's the pitch from Bosio. That's a 22, and that is stroked. Now, Bosio is going to be, both pitchers are still C's. So that's going to be a line drive base hit, and this is going to send Velarde to third, and that looks like it might be all for Bosio. Runners on first and third, and who do we have coming up? Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs, left-handed hitter. So we're going to see if we got a lefty in the bullpen for the only lefty we have is Norm Carlton, and I hate to use him so early. Norm Carlton is the only lefty that the Mariners used out of the bullpen from what I can see. Runners on first and third here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And let me take a quick look at the box score. I have box score set up because I have not seen the Mariners use any lefties other than Norm Carlton. Let's see them in the last game. In the last game, again, they used Randy Johnson and Carlton. Randy Johnson went 8 innings in yesterday's game. So he's not like they can't use him today. Is this a big enough situation? This is pretty big. We're going to bring in Carlton. So they're going to their stopper, their closer here early on. And Norm Carlton, let's take a look at his data. And this is how you make a pitching change. Just click on the pitcher, you look for Carlton right there, you click on that, you hit save, done. How easy is that? I mean, here he is. Take a look at him. He's from North Polk, Louisiana. Norm. And he's a B pitcher. He becomes an A pitcher because he's going up against a guy that throws from the same side. That's a newer rule, just to kind of offer the lefty relievers that advantage. And here's going to be the pitch from Norm Carlton. Checks in the sign from Dan Wilson. And that is a fly ball. Right field. Jay Buhner and Griffey converge, and Buhner takes it to retire the side. Still at 2 apiece. Norm Carlton gets Wade Boggs to fly out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Mike Blowers. Kamenicki's still in there. He's allowed only 4 hits today. The pitch to Blowers, and that's going to be extra bases. He drives one in the gap. And that's going to be cut off. Great. Oh, Bernie Williams cuts it off. And the throw, and Blowers saw that and went back to first base. So it's going to be a single instead of a double. We were sure it was going to get through, but Bernie Williams came out of nowhere and surprised everybody. Great play by Bernie in center field. Great jazz guitarist, by the way, Bernie Williams. Class act. Mike Blowers at first base. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Blowers. And it's going to be Alex, a young kid, a rookie, Alex Rodriguez is going to come in and pinch run. Alex Rodriguez comes in and pinch runs for Mike Blowers, who's slow. And now it's Tino Martinez. Here's the pitch, and that's a 25, and that is stroked. Left center field, and Alex Rodriguez is going to stop at second base. Cut off by James. Gets it into Fernandez. Runners on first and second. That's going to be it for Scott Kamenicki. Up comes Dan Wilson. Probably going to see a pinch hitter for Dan Wilson. And who they have on their bench that is dangerous? Really nobody. Yeah, got him Diaz and Fleming. They got like this set came with 20 cards. Can't really do anything with 20 cards. I need to have a whole 25, but I do have the rest of the players. Got a guy named Strange. He's on the bench. He may come in and then he'll stay in to play. His name is Doug Strange. He's a switch hitter, third baseman, and we're going to bring in Doug Strange to pinch hit for Dan Wilson. And I don't have him here, so I'm going to have to write him in. I have him on my phone. See that? I created the card on my phone. I have the card on my phone, so I'll be able to see what he does. And then whenever he comes up, I know his third base rating. Guy who really didn't play very much. That's strange. I don't remember him being known for his defense. But he may not even get the ball hit to him, so that doesn't really matter. Doug Strange. Staying to play defense, yes, but not at that position, so I say no. And now it's Doug Strange, who's a switch hitter. Let's fix that. Let's make him into a switch hitter. That's both. Doug Strange with runs on first and second. And here is the pitch from, we're going to make a pitching change. Out comes Buck Showalter. Out comes Buck Showalter. And we are going to go to, he's a switch hitter, so it really doesn't matter. We're going to go to Bobby Wickman. Bobby Wickman's coming in for the Yankees. Wickman is a right-hander from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's a CY, so he becomes a B for this. Well, actually, he's a switch hitter, so he's not going to get that advantage. He's a C. Here's a pitch with nobody out. You know what? We're going to square the bunt. And a 20, that's a 28. This may work. This may work. Get the go-ahead run to third base here. There's on first and second at 28. Sacrifice. Catcher goes to, wait a second. First and second. Oh, it was a squeeze play. First and second, 28. And that is going to be a ball that towards Boggs, and Boggs goes to the second baseman covering the first. Both runners move up, so it's a successful sacrifice bunt, 5-4, and that puts the go-ahead run at third base. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Mariners. So Strange does a good job, and that's going to be Luis Sojo. And they're going to walk Luis Sojo intentionally. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Then I have to face I have to keep the infield in no matter what. Decisions. You got to keep the infield in, but yeah, I'm going to pitch to Soho. Let's pitch to Soho. Infield's in. Here's a pitch, and that is a 35, which is a 9. He's a C. Let's see, that's going to be a sacrifice fly of some kind. Got runners on second and third here. I got the page in second and third. That's a fly ball. One scores and the other goes to third base. Fly ball center field Williams. This is deep enough to get Alex Rodriguez home. So the Mariners have taken the lead. Let's go back, let's do the out, let's go sacrifice fly, center field, and moving to scoring is Rodriguez, moving to third is Martinez. So deep fly ball scores, sacrifice fly scores Alex Rodriguez, the pinch runner. And now it's Vince Coleman with 2 outs. Vince Coleman switch hitter down from the left side. Here's a pitch, and that is a snake eyes. That's going to be a drive. Pull down the line into the right field corner and all the way to the wall. O'Neill bounces away from O'Neill. Martinez scores easily. Coleman around second, trying for third. Here's a relay from Velarde, and he is out. No, safe. The ball drops out of Wade Boggs' glove. Short hopped it and didn't have it totally. Put the tag on and kind of rolled out. So he is safe with a triple. And that puts the Mariners up 4-2. So a triple by Vince, the speedy Vince Coleman. Holy smokes. And that's going to be it for Bob Whitman. Joey Cora again is a switch hitter. So we are going to bring in Steve Howe. Who's up next? The lefty. So we're going to bring in Steve Howe. And Steve Howe is going to become a C because, actually, no, because he's a switch hitter, so he'll just turn around. So Steve Howe is a D pitcher, but that doesn't mean that's about a 4 ERA. So that's what every pitcher is in today's modern game, a 4 ERA. He's a Z. He has some control. Here's a pitch, and that is a ground ball. Shortstop, Tony Fernandez, over to first, and that retires the side. But the Mariners pick up a couple of runs, and they lead it now 4-2. We go to the top of the 8th. The Yankees are going to bring up Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams, Paul O'Neill, and Ruben Sierra. It's going to be Norm Carlton staying in there. He wants to get this victory. Here's a pitch. That's a 25, and that is what do we got? That's an A pitcher. Carlton is. Oh no, Carlton's a B pitcher. That's a fly ball center field. Right there is Ken Griffey Jr. Out number 1. 4-2, top of the 8th. Game 4. I gotta adjust that. I'm thinking my title. So ball 4 to Paul O'Neill. He walks. So he's got average speed, so he'll stay in there. Now it's Ruben Sierra. So it's Norman Carlton to Ruben Sierra. Ruben Sierra bats a switch hitter back from the left side. And Paul O'Neill takes his lead off first. And that is a ground ball of some kind, 29, and that is going to be a strikeout. Swings and misses, route number 2. And now it's down to Donnie Baseball. Don Mattingly. Oh, that's a deep drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders almost for sure. And that's a way back there. And not only does it split the outfielders, it goes over the wall. And Donnie Baseball has tied up the game. Holy smokes. Donnie Baseball will not be denied. Wants to make it to the World Series before he ends his career because of back trouble. Deion James. Really, if you look at Donnie Baseball's stats, he really lost all his power by about 89, 90. Never really had any more power. Just became kind of a singles hitter. But he stroked a home run here to right center field. A ball that looked like it was going to stay in the park, but kept on carrying. And now with 2 out and the score tied at 4, it's Deion James, known as D on his Apple card, nickname D25. And that is a fly ball center field. And that retired to the side. But the Yanks pick up 2 big runs on a 2-run home run. 2-out rally, a 2-run home run by Donnie Baseball. And they have tied it at 4. Steve Howe is going to start off the 9th inning against Ken Griffey Jr. Here's the pitch, and that's a 23. And that's grounded to third. Boggs up with it, goes to first. 1 away. Great pitch by Steve Howe. Out comes the righty, Edgar Martinez. And then we have a Jay Bruner, another righty, so that's going to be it. We're going to bring in Mo Rivera. Got to go to Mo. Got to go to Mo. All right. Against Edgar Martinez. Got to go to Mo is a sports department store, if you will, in New York. And that was their theme song. You got to go to Mo. So in between watching the Mets and Yankees game, you'd always hear that commercial. You got to go to Mo. And that was called Modell's. The store was called Modell's. It was a sporting goods store. And I don't have his card. I have his card, but it's on the phone. Let me see. Mo's card is on the phone. Mariano Rivera is a CY pitcher, facing Edgar Martinez here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. That's a 31. That is a fly ball left field. Deion James towards the line, tracking it, and makes the catch. So Edgar Martinez is retired, which is important. And here are the 2 outs. It's Jay Buhner against Mo Rivera. And that is a 42, a 40. That's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. 2-out single for Jay Buhner. And here is going to be ran for the 6th place. That was Strange. Doug Strange is up now. He's also at third base. And let's see if we'll put him at third as well. Oh, yeah. He'll let us do that. Defense at third base. Strange. There he goes. All right. So Doug Strange batting from the left side against Jay Buhner. With Jay Buhner at first base. Here's a pitch from Mo Rivera. That's a 15. Let's see what his card looks like. That's a 15. That's a base hit. That's going to send. Let me see. Runner's going to stop at second. First and second, Tino Martinez up. And Tino Martinez has been stroking it. He's walked and singled twice in this game, but he's also had hits throughout the series. Has hit a couple of home runs and also has stroked a couple of doubles. Just off the top of my head. He's got a nice card. He's a 1.556. That means his 66 is a 1, his 11 is a 5, his 33 is a 5, and his 22 is a 6. And runners on first and second. For Tino Martinez here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Mariano Rivera on the mound. And here's going to be the pitch. And that is a 31, which is a 9. And that ball may get through. It's a ground ball. And that's to shortstop. And it flips to second baseman. And that retires the side. So Mo gets out of it. And we go to Bob Stanley here in the top of the 9th inning with the game tied at 4. Bob Stanley against Norm Carlton. Carlton is in his, let's check out what he's done so far in terms of pitching wise, how long he's been in here. Norm Carlton has been in 1 1/3 inning, so he's going to probably go one more inning. We really need him in this game. This is a must win for the Mariners, 5:52, and that's going to be a ground ball, third base. Doug Strange up to the, throws the first, 1 away. And here's Tony Fernandez, Cabeza, that's his nickname. It means the head. I got a big head, and that is Snake Eyes. That's a drive. Unloads on one, drives it deep into the gap, and that's going to split the outfield. 1 hop off the wall. Fernandez in with second with a double. 1 out double here for Fernandez. In the top of the 9th inning, up comes Randy Velarde. And let's see who the Yanks have to pinch hit for Velarde. And then we got Pat Kelly to play second base against No Carlton. You know what? We're going to bring out Gerald Williams to pinch hit. Gerald Williams is going to pinch hit. And now we're going to get Kelly to come in and play second base. We also got Jimmy Leyritz, but we're going to need Williams. Williams got good power. So Williams is going to hit for Velarde. Velarde is 1 for 2, walking the fielder's choice in a single. We're going to bring out, unless we want to use him to hit with somebody else. Now we'll you know what? We may save him to hit for McNeil and let Velarde hit here. Yeah, let's let Velarde hit here. He's stroking the ball. All right, here's a pitch from Norm Carlton. Oh, that's a drive. Off the bat of Velarde, got a hold of a fastball, and that's going to be in the gap. It's going to get cut off by Griffey, but this, I believe, is going to score Fernandez. And the Yankees go up 5-4. Let's see, we got to find that page. And that is a first and second. Jesus. That's the thing with this. You got to do double. Second, there it is. Single run scores, and the Yanks are up 5-4. Randy Velarde comes up huge after the manager, Buck Showalter, looked like he was calling him for a pinch hitter, calling him in for a pinch hitter, but changed his mind. Let Velarde hit. Velarde strokes a single, and that is the Yankee 5-4 lead here in the top of the 9th. Wade Boggs, lefty on lefty. That's a 24. That's a strikeout. So Boggs goes down looking. So Carlton got the call there on that one, that 3-2 pitch. And Bernie Williams with 2 outs now running on first. Bernie Williams so far in this game is 1 for 4. Ground out, single, flied out twice. It's a pitch from Carlton. And a 42 is a base on balls. And it's O'Neill now, lefty on left. This is where we're going to bring in Gerald Williams to hit for O'Neill. That's what I wanted to do. So Gerald Williams is going to hit for O'Neill. And he's going to come in as a defensive replacement as well. He's a really good defender. He's a top quality defender. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. The Yankees lead at 5-4. Big hit so far by Randy Velarde here in this inning. Here's the pitch, and that is a 25. Runners on first and second. 25 is going to be a line drive and caught by the second baseman, Cora, to retire the side. So he hit it on the button, but right at Cora, and now it's last licks. Last licks for the Chris Widger, the catcher, who was pinch run for earlier, is going to bat. I don't know that the Mariners have 3 catchers in this series. Chris Widger, he's got a decent card. Not a great card, but a decent card. He is going to hit against John Wetland. So we're going to bring in Wetland. He's an outstanding pitcher for the Yankees. He's an A pitcher with great fastball, XY. And here's the pitch from John Wetland, who needs 3 outs for a Yankee move on to the championship series. That's a fly ball. Right field. And Gerald Williams there makes the catch. Oh, wait, let me look at it. Fly ball. And now it's going to be Luis Sojo. 1 away. 2 more outs. So it's 2 outs away from victory. That's a ground ball, second base, and that is Velarde. Up with it. Over to first, 2 down. The Yanks are 1 out away from winning it. Let's get the crowd into it again. They are at Seattle, but there is a little contingent of Yankee fans here in Seattle. See if we can listen to them a little bit. Vince Coleman leading it off. He's 2 for 4, flat out a couple of times, singled and tripled. Wetland checks the sign with Bob Stanley. Here's the pitch, and that is a strike 3. Ball game over. Yankees win it. They move on to the championship series. This is the division series. Now they're going to the championship series. I don't remember who they're going to play in the championship series. I got to look that up. But that'll be fun. Yankees win it. And Randy Velarde, the hero. The win is going to go to Mo. The loss is going to go to Norm Carlton. And the Mariners are defeated 3 games to 1 in this replay of our 1995. Now, I know the guys that like Seattle are not going to be happy. So I can only apologize to those guys. And the line score was the Yankees 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. The Mariners 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 6 left on base. And it was just the Yankees bullpen really came out on top at the end. They blanked the Mariners in the 8th and the 9th innings, whereas the Yankees scored 2 in the top of the 8th, and then they scored 1 in the top of the 9th for the victory. And that's about it. This is CP Cards and Dice, and thanks for watching the replay of the 1995 World Series, Yankees versus Seattle, and we'll go on to the next championship series now, see if Donnie Baseball can make it to the World Series. Take care.